Were you at all nervous about signing up for the season?
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of pressure because obviously, Aisha is a fantastic chief stew. As you said, she's loved by everyone. So yeah, there was definitely a lot of pressure, but my main goal was to do the job the way I do it, and inspire people to get into the industry and show it how it really is.
Have you heard from Aisha since the season started?
No, I mean, I can imagine she's crazy busy. She's always on the go doing things. So no, we haven't spoken, but I have spoken to other cast members, which have been really nice and have their support, which was lovely.
You and Jason, I think, had an immediate rapport. What do you admire most about him as a captain?
I think Jason's very fair. He's professional and he cares about the job. So we definitely related in that way. He wanted the interior to run smoothly and be professional, and that's definitely what I brought to the table. So I think we connected on that very quickly. And yeah, he's a great guy. He cares about the crew and he cares about the guests. And yeah, I think he's fantastic.
I imagine it has to be frustrating to watch some of the scenes or the moments between you and Vianne playing out when you are so clearly in the right.
This is not how I want to manage. Okay. I'll do whatever I want. I don't care.
At this point, I'm pissed. I don't think Vihan has a managerial style. I don't think he even knows how to do it. He just wings it every single day.
I manage my team in a certain way, and we can have fun, and they cannot have that. Is that my problem? No.
What can you sort of tease about your dynamic going forward this season?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you can see, it's very frustrating. I'm trying to get the point, and I think I'm being as clear as can possibly be, and it's not really going in. So I think tensions are building, and at some point it's gonna bubble, and it's gonna explode. So yeah, I think there's more to come on that one.
What were your first impressions of Brie and Marina?
I, I was very blessed to have both of them. They're very eager. Brie is a lovely person. She's very guest facing. She's great with people. She's got great cocktail experience and service experience. And Marina is, she's a hustler. She gets stuff done. If I put her somewhere, she's like, I'm on it. I'm doing it. And I think that's, my ultimate goal was the guests to be happy. And unfortunately, at times, it's not always what they want or where they want to be, but I have to make those hard decisions to make it right for the guests, and that's what I did.
My first impressions of Brie and Marina was that one of them accepted the department hierarchy, while the other one sort
Yes,
of had some more questions.
yes.
Have you ever had a stew sort of question your assignments before?
Yeah, I mean, we work with so many different people, come from different backgrounds, different cultures. So there's always going to be, a clash in communication at times. But I always try and lead my teams by example, and try and be as fair as possible. And I also try and nurture people to be better versions of the stew that they are. So it might not seem it right now, but there is a method to the madness of putting Marina in that position, and I wanted her to respect that and earn that position to be able to be around the guests more, and accept it, and kind of I could rely on her then. Two stewardesses is not enough on a 60 meter. I run normally with 5 girls, so it was hard to delegate the what needed to be done, and I understand that she was in there a lot, but I had to put my best feet forward in that situation. And the way it was working, and the guests were happy. And that was my main goal.
What's a season of a below deck franchise show without a boatmance or two?
Yes.
What is your personal policy on boatmances?
I mean, you can see with Harry and Brie, I'm all for it. I think it's great if you can connect with someone. Everyone's away from their family and friends. It's nice if you can have that kind of companionship on a boat. But for me, I've been there before. I've done it. It's not a good idea. It always ends up in disaster 9 times out of 10. So I think it takes a lot of the focus away from the job. And because I'm so passionate about the job, sometimes that can be hard to watch. But if it works, it works. Great, and it doesn't affect work, then brilliant. But for me, no, I'm good on that.